This is my February update for the Project 3 Uses Project Pan, otherwise known as It's on the Chopping Block. Just about everything I bring in here is on the chopping block. I do this in collaboration with my friend Cici over at Panning for Goals. Hers is called something different, but it's basically the same thing. We choose a number of products, we use them 3 times to see if they still deserve a place in our collection. Maybe it's something that we haven't reached for in a really long time. It could be something new to our collection that we've just never used at all. Or maybe it's something that we're purposefully just not reaching for. If you like project panning or just like talking about makeup in general, then stick around. Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome or welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. All right, you guys, this is going to be a very surprising turn of events. Very surprising turn of events, I say. 6 products. I brought 6 products in. I was going to just do 5, but there was one more thing I wanted to put in. So, first thing, the Smashbox Halo. This is a tinted moisturizer, right? Smashbox Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. Well, let me tell you, I didn't like this at all. I'm sure it is a very fine product, but I am not a tinted moisturizer kind of girl. This was a gift with purchase, so I didn't actually pay for this. But I thought maybe I could mix it, use it as a mixer in with my foundation to make a little bit more glowy. This doesn't really have enough glow for that. It has no coverage as a foundation because it's not a foundation, it's a tinted moisturizer, which I don't gravitate toward. I like full coverage, medium to full coverage. That's my thing. This is not that. So I thought maybe I could mix it in with my foundation to kind of give it more of a glow. I always mix a glowy product in with my foundation. It didn't have near enough glow for that. All it did was dilute my foundation. So, you guys, this is getting decluttered, but I'm going to use it in a different way. I'm going to mix it at some point. This is going in my Franken drawer. I have products that I didn't dislike the formula of them. They just weren't for me. And I want to see if I can use those in a different way. So this is going in the Franken drawer, but it is not going to be a part of my collection until I Franken it. And then it'll be a brand new product, which then I will put in my spreadsheet. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does to me. That's all that matters. Okay, number 2. The e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is the pressed powder, the pressed version of the e.l.f. Halo Glow loose powder. You guys, this is not for me anymore. When the e.l.f. loose Halo Glow came out, I got it in the pink shade. I did finish that last year. I finished it last year by mixing it. I have textured skin. I'm over 50. I have textured skin. And so that just accentuated my texture. Now, when I mixed it with a regular plain old loose powder, it was fine. It was nice. I used it up that way. This is a pressed powder. It's not as easy to mix. And thank you, everyone. I had so many comments on the intro video telling me how I could use this and maybe it would work for me. One of them was to use it under my eyes. That was a huge disaster because I have textured under eyes and it made me look old and decrepit. The second way was to set my eye primer with it. Now, that was lovely, but I'm not going to keep this whole powder just to set my eye primer. It's getting decluttered. There's no way that I can use this that's going to work for me. The only way, possibly, that it would work for me is if I ground it up into a loose powder and mixed it with another powder. It may end up being passed along to someone who would love this product. I don't know yet. I'm not going to make a decision one way or another on the future of this product other than the fact that it's not going to be in my collection anymore. I may pass it on. I may put it in the Franken drawer. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Where was the other one? Okay. So declutter. The third product was the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Blush. This confused me. Is it a tinted moisturizer? Is it a blush? What is it? I can tell you that it is far too light for my skin tone to use as a blush. What shade is this? Provence. It's in the shade Provence. It was a lovely product. Really, really lovely formula. It felt amazing on the skin. When I applied it to my cheeks, even trying to build it up, there was nothing there. There's no color. The person that gave me this is a very fair complected person, and I have a darker skin tone than she does. So I'm decluttering it. But I am keeping it in the Franken drawer because I think if I mixed this cool tone shade into a foundation that was too warm and too dark, I might be able to make it work. Or if I mixed it with another liquid blush that had more pigment, it might work for me. I really want to find a way to make this work because, like I said, it is a beautiful product. So, decluttered from my spreadsheet, from my collection, Franken drawer. Next up, Mega Slicks Wet n Wild Mega Slicks Balm Stain Moisturizing Lip Color. This was just all around a terrible product. It is pretty, and it is in my shades that I like. It moves. I wear a tinted balm at work every day. And so I thought maybe I could use it that way. It moves. It's too pigmented. If it were just a tinted balm, what does this say? Balm stain. If this were just a tinted balm to where it was more of a sheer color, a sheer formula, I would keep it, and I would keep it in my work bag. This is not. This is too pigmented to be, it's too pigmented to be a balm, and it doesn't stay put. It was all over my face. It was all over my mouth, I should say. I didn't like it. This is actually going to get decluttered because this is really old to begin with. Very old, discontinued years ago. So this is actually going to be decluttered in the trash. Decluttered. This is the Essence All About Blur Even Skin Balm. Erases fine lines and pores. 4 out of 5 confirm immediate smoothing effect. Well, I can tell you that's false. That's simply not true. It does have a little bit of blur to it. I have plenty of pore smoothing primers. Plenty. This didn't really do much, and it is so heavily fragranced. It is floral. It was not a nice fragrance for me, and it didn't really do what it claims to do. This is getting decluttered. Decluttered. And yes, I've used them all 3 times. I used them all 3 times. It's getting decluttered. This does not, okay. So if this blurred my pores like the Revolution Pore Blur, Holy Grail, if it blurred my pores like that, I would deal with the smell. But the fact that it really isn't that blurring, it is kind of moisturizing. But the problem is when I put this on and I put a actual pore blurring primer over the top of it, they don't play nice. They're not friends. So this has no place. And it really wasn't that expensive to begin with, so I don't really feel bad about decluttering it. Maybe passing it along, maybe. Maybe I'll go with the e.l.f. somewhere. I don't know. But it's getting decluttered from my collection. Finally, the 6th product is the Ace Beauté Smoky Roses palette. You guys. So, as I said, I don't like the color story. I don't like this. Like this 9 pan is beautiful. It is a very pretty color story. That confuses me. I don't like those warm tones in here. And it says Smoky Roses. These are not roses. That's orange. But while the shimmers are pretty, the mattes, I don't know if it's because it's old. I'm going to insert a photo right here of the patchy mess. Now, disregard the t-shirt on my head because it was wash day. But the patchy mess that was this palette, it was terrible. And I used this 3 times. I used my allotted 3 times. And every single time I ended up taking my eyeshadow off and starting over. Every time. So this is getting decluttered. If the shimmers were maybe a little bit better, I might think about depotting them. But I don't think I want to go through that kind of work because they're not magnetic. I don't think I want to go through that kind of work to get those shimmers out when they're okay. Like, they're pretty. They're pretty. But I have shimmers that are prettier with a better formula. And there is just no reason to hang on to that. So, decluttered. All 6 items, decluttered. Some of them are going in the Franken drawer. The Franken drawer. Which doesn't have a whole lot in it. But there are a few things in there. But yep. This is probably getting passed along if someone wants it, or going in the trash. It is very heavily fragranced. Hopefully this will probably be passed along. This, I will probably put it on my Mercari store. Maybe it'll work for someone else. Or, I mean, it doesn't smell, or it might just be thrown in the trash. Or, no. I was going to say, or I could put it in the Franken drawer and use these shimmers to No, I'm not doing that. It's a crap palette. I'm getting rid of it. Stop trying to talk yourself into keeping something. No, I'm not doing it. So, final answer, 2 trash. 2 definite Franken drawer. 1 possible Franken drawer, 1 possibly passed on or trash, because I don't need it. I don't want it. Okay, I feel very good about that decision. Very, very good about that decision. And that's exactly what this project is all about. 100%. So what am I bringing in? It's a complete refresh. I'm bringing in 6 new products. What are they? Let's go. The first one is the YSL Blur Primer. Another blur primer. I gotta find out if these things work or not. This is a mini, and this was gifted to me. Now, it has little sparkly flecks in there. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. Also, and I've never used this at all, it has a paddle. I don't have anything against a paddle. It's fine. Little spatula thing. But it does have very sparkly bits in there. So I don't know how that plans on blurring pores. It is a YSL formula, so you know it's pricey. You know it is. So I'm actually looking forward to trying it. It's been sitting in my drawer, unused. Next up, Huda Easy Blur Foundation. I bought this in 2024. You guys, I have only used it once. And I don't think it was a very positive experience. My computer over here wants to restart on me. It wants to update because it only wants to update when you're doing something. But as I was saying, I only used it once and I don't feel like I loved it. So I have so many freaking foundations back there in that drawer that I do love, and some that I'm very, very curious to try, but I'm not going to open them until I finish a few others. I do have 3 of them in my plan to pan this year. So Easy Blur, we're going to see what I think. This is in the shade Chai. Yeah, this is in the shade Chai. I finished the Huda Luminous Matte Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation last year, 2025. It was lovely. I loved it. I got the shade Shortbread. It was just that much too light for me. I did have to end up mixing a darker foundation in with it. So I got 1 shade darker. This is Chai. So we'll see. I'm going to use it 3 times. I'm going to see what I think of it, because I would be really sad if I could not use this. Now I'm going to try to use it by itself. And if it doesn't work by itself, I will try it as a mixer. I do want to make it work for me. That's too pricey to not try to make it work for me. So I'm going to do a few things to see if I can make it work during this month. The next product is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. Now, if you remember OG Bare Minerals, what was it? The swirl and buff. I was 100% on board with the original Bare Minerals loose foundation. That was before I became so damn dry. But I loved that, and I loved the mineral veil. I used the mineral veil every day. The problem is, first of all, I don't remember if it was glowy or not. And that is my whole thing. I can't wear glowy products. I can wear a glow primer. I can put a glow primer on my face, luminous, illuminating, whatever you want to call it, on my face, and then put my foundation on top of it. Or I do have some products, like I was talking about in the beginning, that I mix with my foundation to make it a glowy product. That, so far, has not made my texture stand up at attention like, hello, here I am. It has not done that the way this thing did. So I don't know if I can actually use a luminous powder. I don't remember if it's luminous or not, you guys. I don't remember. And this was a birthday gift from Ulta last year, not 2024, not even 2025, 2024. And I've never used it. I just now took the little thing off of it. So it's never been used. So I really want to see if that deserves a place in my drawer back there. The next product number 4, is a highlighter. Now, as you can see, this is a deeper highlighter. This is a Sydney Grace, and it is in the shade Deep Devotion. I got this in a mystery bag a couple of years ago. It's been sitting over here in a Z palette with other Sydney Grace singles, unused. Do I need it? I have decluttered this and put it back in my collection just because it's such a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. You see how pretty that is? But I can't use it as a highlighter. So can I use it as a bronze lighter or whatever? Can I use it on top of a bronzer to make me more glowy? What I should do is bring this in the summer, because that would be the best time to see, but I'm not going to. I'm bringing it in now. So I'm going to keep it in this little Makeup Geek thing. And I'm going to use it 3 times and see. It might even work as an eyeshadow. But if it only works as an eyeshadow, then I can't keep it. I have so many eyeshadows, this shade, that would be silly to keep this big thing. Or will it go in the Franken drawer? Could I mix it with a bronzer to make it a little less highlighter and a little bit more glowy bronzer? These are all things that I need to think about when I'm decluttering. Product number 5. This is a Cara Beauty. What's it called? Make Me Blush. You Make Me Blush. If I remember right, this was in my Project 3 uses 2 years ago. Not last year, but the year before, when Cici and I first started this was in there. I decided to keep it because it is a lovely, lovely face palette, blush palette. They're all blushes except for this. This is like a pinky highlighter, which I love. I love a pinky highlighter. But here's my thing. If I'm not using it, if I haven't used it in, I can't even remember last time I used it. I think this might have been in my Project 10 uses last year. I can't even remember now. Maybe it was this one. This one is the most used. But if it doesn't work for me, if I'm not going to use it, I have plans. Because these are all of my Benefit blushes. And I depotted them because the Benefit packaging is so bulky and takes up so much room that I depotted them. And I really want to keep them in they're in one spot. I want them to fit in something like they live there, like they were born there, like they've always been there. This is not it. And I don't know, you guys. I don't want to break them up. I want to keep them together. So, yeah. So my point is, if this doesn't work for me, I'm thinking about depotting all of these, not depotting them, but scraping them all out and filling them with my Benefit blushes. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it 3 times. See if I like it again, because I haven't used it in over a year. Of course, my face palettes get very neglected, and I hate that. You know what I need to do? Side note, I need to choose face palettes during my Shop My Stash. Every time I film my Shop My Stash, I'm like, oh, I should have done a face palette. Oh, I should have done some face palettes. I don't. So maybe I might Shop My Stash for March, because I've already filmed my February one. Okay, last product, you guys. We had one palette leaving. We have another palette coming in. I'm going to put an eyeshadow palette in every rotation. This is the Batman. This breaks my heart, you guys. This is the Batman Revolution Batman palette. This was the original Batman that they came out with. This is more like the 1980s Batman. Michael Keaton, best Batman. Best Batman. And this is what it looks like. Now, I have had this for easily 3 years, maybe even more. And you can see that this has not been used hardly at all. You can see the embossing is still on it. And while I know that the neutrals are good in here, I have a 9-pan of just the neutrals that I ordered at the same time. It was just brought in, I think, November in my Shop My Stash. So these other shades in here, the green, this is a green also. It's like a little flippy number. This bright yellow, this blue, this purple. Like, do I need this palette? I don't think I do. Will I keep it as like nostalgia? Maybe. Considering that's the reason I bought it in the first place, was packaging. I bought this for the packaging. If you're new, if you don't know, I am a huge Batman freak. I love Batman. Love Batman. And I'm not a real big superhero person, but I do love Batman. So yeah, I'm going to use it 3 times. I'm going to see what I think of it. By the way, this is a really good Revolution formula. You know, they're like hit or miss. This is a hit. But do I need it? Do I need this over on my shelves taking up space if I'm not going to use it? I don't know, you guys. Tell me in the comments below, are you doing a usage product? 5 uses, 10 uses, 3 uses, 15 uses. Let me know down below. Don't forget to go check out Cici's video, see what she's possibly decluttering, possibly keeping. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.